Hey! Woo! Dude, you're not being arrested.
I know. God.
Officer, I am not reaching for a gun.
I'm reaching for a beer.
Right on.
Reaching for a beer.
Reaching for a beer. Okay. Anyway, speaking of beer, today we are doing Victory Brewing Company's Baltic Thunder. Now, if you follow us on Twitter, which you should be following us on Twitter,
yeah,
and
definitely.
that's twitter.com/NewBrewThursday.
Yes.
What beer should we have been doing, Brad?
Should have been doing the Alaskan Baltic Porter.
And to the Alaskan Brewing Company, I'm really sad. I wanted to do I love the Baltic Porter. It's one of my personal favorite porter beers.
I was looking forward to trying.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I read up on it.
Yeah. But apparently, we were lied to by this woman at a liquor store, and she told us that they had it. And but they didn't. They had the smoked porter, which is also a very tasty beer. But since I had already bought the pairings for a Baltic style porter, we had to go with a different beer. So we're drinking Victory tonight. I am also a fan of the Victory Brewing Company. I met their head brewer at the Stone anniversary party, actually.
Oh, really?
Very nice guy.
Yeah, the one Victory brew I've ever had is the Hop Devil.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very, very tasty.
It's really good.
It's a good IPA.
Yeah.
We're doing a Baltic style porter, and if you know anything about the history of porter beers, they've undergone transitions throughout most of the lifestyle of the porter style. And in fact, these days, it's very hard sometimes to distinguish between a porter and a stout. The Baltic Porter, however, is probably the most true representation of what the original Baltic Porter was, because it's in the upper Baltic region of Russia where it was brewed, and they've kept it pretty true to what its form is. But so we're very excited to try this from Victory. We're pairing this with dark chocolate and cheesecake.
Cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
Because Steven does not mess around when he gets the food pairings.
No, I demand excellence on all levels.
It's so fresh, it's melting right now.
Yes,
so.
it'll be a very tasty pairing. I don't do a lot of sugar, but I do like cheesecake and I love dark chocolate. So
yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm very excited. I love dessert beers for this very reason, because when I first started drinking beer myself, like the idea of eating it with sugar or sweets was kind of like,
yeah, I'm kind of the same way right now.
Yeah, like it's just like you ever brush your teeth and then drink orange juice?
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, it's that weird, nasty taste.
Yeah.
When you drink normal beer and you eat sweets with it, that's what it's kind of like, right?
Drinking beer, and this is the first time I'll be drinking a beer and pairing it with dessert, basically.
True.
I've never done that.
And this is something that we can all thank the craft brew industry for, because you don't. Even in the international brews, they have the porters and the whatevers that you can do this with. But we have such a diverse style now where we can do dessert beers and breakfast beers. I mean, the idea of having like a coffee style stout with your eggs in the morning.
Right.
I'm sorry, the idea that it's not 5 o'clock yet, I can't drink a beer. That's gone now. That concept's gone. Because I've drank some like,
or at least in my world,
breakfast beers that are like
never lived.
amazing. And I'm not, you don't get ripped up at like 9 a.m, but having a nice coffee style, having a nice coffee style stout beer with your eggs in the morning can be very tasty.
I can't do that. I don't care if it's like the cool thing to do. Drink it.
Well,
I don't think I
certainly
can ever...
not on a school day.
No, on any day. I can't wake up and be like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to open a beer. No, it just does not work.
You've clearly never gone to bed drunk.
No, I have.
Hair of the dog.
Speaking of hair, I never do that.
Really?
I wake up and I don't really get hungover hardcore. If I get hungover, I get like a headache. But I've never done the hair of the dog thing because that freaks me out. It's like that's the next step.
Yeah, that's when you're stepping into a realm where it's like, okay, there may not be any coming back from this. Mm-hmm. But the idea of a breakfast beer is that most of them are very low alcohol content. Most of them have a very strong coffee flavor to them. They have it's a very different experience than what you're normally probably used to with beer.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not like you're, cracking some Coors Lights and shotgunning at 9 a.m.
That would definitely be
that's
weird.
not
that
what
would
this
be
is about.
I guess I'm a weirdo.
If you drink Coors Light, we got to talk. But anyway, that's different. Awkward.
NASCAR.
Time and place for everything. Time and place for everything. So anyway, like I said, we're doing dark chocolate. We're doing cheesecake. Let's crack these open. Let's get a taste of it. I'm sitting in the center. I'm going to be selfish and rude. And I
stole it, dude.
I did. I just totally jacked it from you.
It was
like,
by my hand.
I feel like we did the bait and switch with Alaskan. They're like, all right, they're going to do our limited edition.
They're watching this episode going, psych, damn them!
Meanwhile, Victory's like, you!
And I am drinking. I'm gonna pimp myself a little bit here. I'm drinking this out of my Brewers Association pint glass.
Oh yeah. You are officially.
I'm officially a member of the Brewers Association now. Not because I brew amazing beers, but because I tried to brew beer, and you know,
someday
I joined. I paid the fee to become a member. So.
Okay.
And I haven't really like what happened here. Like I just totally.
Dude, you have the crap pour.
I do. I have a bad pour.
Well,
I'm letting it breathe.
Good pours.
I'm letting it breathe.
I'm a big fan of letting it breathe myself.
Yeah.
I'm just
thirsty. on a yellow lager beer, you can pour right down the middle to let them breathe. Some beers you are allowed to do that with.
How did you get into this situation?
I wasn't paying attention. I was too excited about my glass.
Right.
I'm very happy about the glass. But this smells very good.
It's already actually.
With my large head here, I'm able to get a large aroma going of this beer.
Is it smoky?
It does smell a little bit smokier. This also has a higher alcohol content than the Alaskan Baltic Porter. And typically a sweeter porter is going to have a lower alcohol content. So I'm kind of thinking this is not going to be exactly what we were expecting with the Baltic Porter from Alaska.
Yeah, because I read up on the Alaskan and it said that it was brewed with vanilla beans, dark cherries.
Yeah,
and
delightful.
And when you said we were going to do it with dark chocolate and cheesecake, I was going, man, how can this be wrong?
Well, you know, I had the Alaskan, and it's what's funny. We're doing Victory, but we're gonna spend most of the show talking about Alaskan smoked porter or Baltic Porter.
That's what we did all the research on. So.
No, well, I think part of it too is because when I was at the Great American Beer Festival this year, we went to the brewery that's downtown, and the name is escaping me. They had Baltic Porter on tap. And so we ordered, it was lunchtime, we were getting lunch, and we ordered the Baltic Porter because, you know, I love porters. I'm a porter guy. I want to drink any porter I find, I want to try it out. And it is so not a meal beer. And I mean, I ordered a seared ahi salad, and it was like, I just couldn't even, I set it aside. It was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Bring me like an IPA right now to go with my salad.
Yeah.
But I loved the beer. It was just totally not the right time to be drinking it. The Baltic Porter is definitely a dessert beer. It's definitely sweet. It's extremely sweet. It's so delicious. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. Wow. If you can get your hands on it, we couldn't. But if you can, find it, drink it. It's amazing. But let's move on to Victory.
Yeah. Victory.
They definitely have quite a bit of carbonation because you get a decent. The head doesn't stick around very much though.
This is really sweet. It's almost coffee.
Yeah.
But not.
It's definitely got the hints of coffee and toffee aromas to it. It has that sweet lingering finish.
Toffee.
Yeah, the toffee flavoring to it.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to be a good beer.
One letter off.
This will definitely be a good beer to pair some sweet things with. In fact, I'm going to grab a little piece of dark chocolate here.
Yeah, I think it will too.
The nice thing about dark chocolate is that the flavor is strong enough that it sticks in your mouth, so that when you go to drink the beer, you get a nice mixture of the flavors.
Right. I think the chocolate's so strong that I can't taste the beer.
Yeah, yeah, I get that too from this.
That's
which
weird.
Disappoints me a little bit, actually.
It doesn't cut through, you know?
The flavor of this porter is not strong enough to kind of complement. It just sort of disappears.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just really good chocolate. Or
well, I think some beers are brewed in a way that they're not really, they're kind of brewed to be drunk by themselves. Mm-hmm. And this may be one of those, and maybe this will be better with the cheesecake because the cheesecake's going to have a little less of a major impact on it. I'm undecided right now, but I really want to try it with the cheesecake.
Yeah, I need to try it with the cheesecake. Mine's backwards. So pardon me if I...
One thing I really love about pairing cheesecake with beer.
Wow. That's good cheesecake.
I just laughed.
Can't remember the last time I indulged. Oh, F.
Wow. But you know what? That mixes really well with this beer.
Wow, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? The nice thing about cheesecake with these type of beers is that you're getting both the cheese pairing-esque kind of flavors that you're going to get, as well as the sweet flavors to it. Yeah. Especially if you're getting a really well done cheesecake. Now we're doing an original style cheesecake. We're not doing the marbled with chocolate or toffee or whatever. Right. You get into those and you're on your own.
Sour cream top.
You need to do an original New York style cheesecake.
I don't think I've ever had an original like New York style cheesecake.
This is the only kind of cheesecake I'll eat. I love this stuff. Because it's not overly sweet. It's got the... Yeah, this is... You know what? The dark chocolate's a fail because the beer's not strong enough to pair with it. But this is a win. And it's actually making me like this beer.
What throwing me off about it, though, when I eat it with the cheesecake is the smell. But it's not a big deal. It's really good with the cheesecake, though.
You know what it is? It's
it works really well.
You normally you drink a cup of coffee with cheesecake.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh God, we might not be able to be friends.
I don't really drink coffee either.
Now I'm alone in a sea of non-coffee drinkers. I don't know what to do now.
Steven Johnson.
I start every day off with 5 shots of espresso and hot water.
Ooh, boy.
What?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds harsh.
I just do 5-hour energy.
Yeah, 5 shot Americano every morning. I walk in, they know me. It's like Norm walking into Cheers. Steve! Want some coffee? Exactly.
Steven has arrived.
Exactly. I want coffee right now.
Yeah.
No, but normally...
Cup?
So, okay.
Water?
Yeah, it's like a fresh cup of coffee.
That tastes like poop.
No, it's like a fresh cup of coffee every time.
Wow.
How did our beer podcast go into coffee?
Well, it smells,
Well, no, because I was when you normally, like when you're at dinner or whatever, they serve you coffee with your dessert.
Right.
And that's kind of what these porters. That's why.
Well, then that makes complete sense.
Right.
Then. I think if I drink coffee, I might get
right.
that
You'd
more.
understand that more. That's why these porters start to pair well with desserts, is because they have those coffee tones, those toffee tones. They have that sweetness to them that kind of mixes well with it, and that's why because it's not as sweet as a typical Baltic porter is. Which is why I'm a little disappointed that they call it Baltic Thunder. I think that this should really be just a straight up porter. Victory, if you're listening. However, with the cheesecake though, it brings out those coffee tones. It brings out the flavors that I think they're trying to get with this particular beer, right. And that's what's making this work with the cheesecake, and that's why it fails with the dark chocolate. If we had the Alaskan with the sweetness and the fact that that's got some really amazing coffee tones with the sweetness to it, the dark chocolate would be just utterly fantastic.
Yeah, the dark chocolate definitely just overpowers the beer to where it's like, well, I might as well not even drink the beer. I might as well drink it with like a glass of milk or something. You know?
Right. I'm just eating dark chocolate now. Okay. Mm-hmm. But damn, that's good.
I don't know. The more I drink it, the more I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on this beer. I really like this beer. I don't. I think I would give this. And New Brew Thursday used to rate beers. And we didn't last week.
On what scale?
Just A through F. F being a drain pour. Like, I'm going to take a sip of it. I don't like it. I'm going to pour it down the drain. That's an F.
And puke and urinate.
Right. Like, get it out. I'm going to immediately eliminate this beer from my body as quickly as possible. I don't think I'd give this an A. I'd give this a high B rating.
And I'm afraid to rate beer because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when I rate beer.
But you know what? Here's the thing about rating beer. I can sit here and tell you this beer is an A+. Oh my God, best beer you're ever gonna have in your life, and you're gonna drink it and you go, this is piss water.
It is your opinion.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion is this is a B+. I like this beer. I think it tastes good. I would drink this beer on its own. I wouldn't pair it with dark chocolate. I might pair it with a donut even.
I think I would be B something as well. Like B. It's something if I saw it in the store I would consider buying it, but it's not something I would rush to the store to get.
Yeah,
it was there, or if someone was like, "Oh, which of these beers do you recommend?" I don't know. I might recommend, but I wouldn't.
If this was the only porter,
come off the top of my head, like
you
have to try the Thunder Baltic.
Right.
Yeah, if this was the only beer on the shelf, I wouldn't have a problem drinking it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to choose this over like Alaskans. Like, sorry.
Now we have to try Alaskans.
I know. I'm going to have to track this down because ultimately, like, I love that beer. I love Alaskan Baltic Porter. It's really what, and for me personally as a porter guy, Baltic Porters are my favorite beer primarily because of the Alaskan Baltic Porter. Like, that beer made me look into why do they call it Baltic? Okay. And then when I'm looking into it, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's so cool. And they do it so well. They do the style of this.
So any other Baltic porter that you drink has to meet that expectation, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
your stereotype.
Well, and it's not even that so much as that Baltic porters are known for being the one style of porters that are done a specific way, and that's why I look at this and I think, okay, they slapped the name Baltic on it, but it's not really a Baltic porter. It just kind of, and even the back says, it represents the Baltic Porter style admirably, and I'm sorry, I disagree with that.
It's kind of faultic.
And you say that
Faultic.
Snap, that was punny. That was punny.
That gets 2 snaps.
Oh.
Snaps in a P formation.
So yeah, I mean, like, and this is not to hate on Victory, because I love Victory Brewing Company. I really do. I like a lot of their beers, and I like this beer. I just don't think they should be labeling it as a Baltic Porter, because it doesn't kind of say that to me.
It doesn't
personally.
meet that expectation.
Right. I do really like a lot of the Victory brews.
Yeah.
Golden Monkey,
Never had it.
don't like that one.
Like I said, the only one I ever had.
I like a lot of them. Like, that one, hate it. But I like a lot of them.
Like most people, I hope, most people that watch this show aren't going, I'm going to drink Alaskan Baltic Porter because Steven Johnson says that's the best beer on the planet. No. Go out there and try it, certainly. But if you don't like it, then move on.
I remember the episode of New Brew Thursday with the golden, what is it, Petrus?
Oh my God, that was horrible.
Dude, I loved that beer. And I'm drinking it going, why didn't they like this? This is great.
This is what this show is going to help people do, is that, like, this show's going to, like, if you've been thinking about trying Baltic Thunder, okay, maybe you've been thinking about it, you see it in your shelves, you're like, oh, I want to try that, I'm not sure I want to spend $6 on that bottle. Well, now you kind of have an idea of what to expect. It pairs well with cheesecake. It doesn't pair well with chocolate. It's somewhere between. I would put this somewhere between a smoked porter and a Baltic Porter. It's somewhere in the middle. It's neither.
Like a stone smoked porter.
No,
I can drink that alone.
Right.
And it's awesome.
Right.
It's certainly not a stone smoked porter, but it'd be like an Alaskan smoked porter. If you take the Alaskan smoked porter and the Alaskan Balton and combine them, you've got this. And that's maybe why this is an excellent beer. Don't get me wrong. I love this beer. I really do. And I do think it's a B+ beer. It's a high B, which is it's a very good beer. It's just not what I was expecting tonight.
I agree.
And I really had my heart set on the Alaskan Baltic Porter.
We all did.
Yeah, and so it's not that this, and I feel bad for Victory, and we're gonna do another Victory beer because we owe it to them to give them a better show. It's just really, this was not what I was expecting. So, and on another note, we're going to be doing down on the 12th, whether it's that, which is tonight for you guys if you're watching the show today. We're going to be down at Stone Brewing Company in the Bistro Gardens. Yeah. They're doing a 10-year tapping of Double Bastard. And that doesn't mean they're doing their 10th year tapping of it. They're doing 10 vintages of Double Bastard.
Oh my God.
Starting from 1999 to 2009. It's incredible,
ridiculously delicious.
Yeah, like just even thinking about it, like, oh my God!
Does Stone have like a hotel you can stay in?
Seriously.
Yeah, there's 10 beers.
Well,
oh my God!
Fortunately, there's a hospital being built next door. So who knows? Yeah, awesome. I don't know if that's coincidence or what.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be down there starting at about 2:00 in the afternoon. We'll probably be shooting the episode around 4 in the afternoon. Obviously, if you're a craft brew fan, if you're in the San Diego area, you're going to want to be there. You're going to want to try it out. Check us out down in the Bistro Gardens. We'll be filming.
Yep.
We're going to try to do all 10 years, see if we can get like the whole collection there. And it's going to be pretty impressive.
Epic.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
We'll pair it with some of the food. Yeah, we'll pair it from some of the food from Alice in the Stone Kitchen. And just... It'll be amazing.
Even more epic.
Yeah.
Epicer.
So,
it's going to be epicer.
Definitely check us out.
And legendarier.
Yeah. Legendarier. Epicer. Wow. That's...
Legendary epicer.
I know it's not a real word. Come on.
It is now.
We make up words here.
Now.
It's a New Brew Thursday word.
So, as always, this has been a great episode. Thanks for watching. We're on Twitter. We're on iTunes. We're on Facebook. We're on the web. All on New Brew Thursday.
We're everywhere.
We're in your panty drawer. Everywhere.
We are watching you as you sit on your couch right now. I see what you're doing. Stop it. Anyway.
Be afraid.
So, as always, stay safe and drink beer.